right, everyone, we are back. Took a little bit of a hiatus, but now back and ready to rock and roll. Before we even get started with today's episode, make sure you hit those subscribe buttons, hit the like buttons on the episodes that you like. Also, make sure you turn on your notifications so you'll get notified whenever a new episode drop. And now we're going to actually start dropping episodes every Monday. So every Monday, make sure you're getting those buttons clicked. So make sure you'll get notified every Monday. We're gonna drop an episode, and every now and again, if something comes up or some topic, I may drop episodes in the middle of the week or another day during the week, whatever it may have you, even on the weekend. But every Monday is going to be our regularly scheduled program from now on. So without further ado, let's get ready to jump into the episode. All right, everyone, welcome back to Weapon H All in One Podcast. I'm your host, Herman Austin, aka Weapon H. Today, we're going to get into what's funny. Like nowadays, it's hard to tell what's even funny anymore. It's something that's funny to one person is overly offensive to another group, and it's like, when a group doesn't find something funny, then it's like a whole protest. It's a whole lot of things going on with whether people find something funny or not. And comedy is usually always have been to each his own, to the beholder. But what made me speak on this subject today is I posted something on one of my pages. Well, someone posted on something on one of my pages, and I liked it, and I thought it was funny. I laughed at it. And, I got a couple of messages that, why would you laugh at that? You're a trainer, So I'm going to pull the post up. I'm going to put the post up for you guys so you can see what it is. And the post says, as you can see, just because I turn water into wine, I'm not turning fat into fine. Go work out. So for me, I thought it was pretty funny because it was pretty much, but it was funny, but for me, it was also a motivation thing where you're not, the post is explaining to you that you're not going to get healthy. You're not going to lose weight. You're not going to better yourself by sitting around. It's not going to happen automatically. You got to get up and go work it off. You got to work out. So I thought it was a great post, but I ended up getting messages that it's like I was shaming fat people, and I'm sitting there like, shaming them because I laughed at that post. I mean, if you read the post, it just said, it's basically to say to go work out, but they just added a little comedy to it. It's not gonna, I guess, I don't know if it was because it was a picture depicting Jesus saying it, or it was just because of what was said. But I mean, to be all honest, you're not going to lose weight sitting around. I mean, yeah, they have all the surgeries and everything else you have nowadays, but it's not going to happen that way. You have to actually take some action, whether it's eating better or working it off. So I really was a bit confused why, because I laughed at it a little bit, why I would think that I was fat shaming. Okay, if it offended a certain group, okay, I get it. Maybe you were offended, but I don't think it was a thing where I'm out fat shaming somebody. I mean, anybody who knows me or will work with me. I mean, this is what I do. I get people to lose weight. That's get healthy. I'm getting people healthy all the time. And if you spoke to me for a little bit or even asked me, I would explain to you what the post really was about. But, it's like with anything. Everyone can see something and they're going to get something different from it. So that led me to going into like, what is even funny anymore? Are you even allowed to laugh at anything? And then, maybe I'm being a little insensitive. I don't think I am but you never know because I don't know what's going on inside someone's head. But on my side of it, it was pretty self-explanatory, as you saw. And it's like nowadays, we've always had comedians. I mean, I grew up, I've been around a little while, so I've gotten to see Richard Pryor, I've gotten to see Eddie Murphy, and right now, one of the more controversial comedians is Dave Chappelle. And even just in movies, no matter what kind of movie it is, whether it's a comedian, it really doesn't matter. Like, something that's funny is someone it's going to probably end up being offensive to somebody. I mean, that's just what it seems like it is nowadays. But I just think they may take it a little overboard. I mean, if you don't think it's funny, okay, well, then you don't have to watch that person. That's just the way. I mean, you don't watch them. But now it's like anytime someone says something, it's like this whole caveat. It's like protest. It's like ban this person. It's like cancel this, and I just it just is mind boggling to me. I mean, it's simple to just not watch because a lot of times, a lot of things, if I don't like something, I just don't watch it. If it's something I was following, I don't follow it. But if you actually followed, like my post, you would see all of my posts. There was nothing there at all with fat shaming. So, but teach his own. People are going to take things the way they're going to take them. And but as far as like comedy, I mean, to me, laughter is a incredible sign, a great sign of being healthy. But people have always found different things funny. No one finds the same thing funny. You have people who like Kevin Hart, or this one, or this comedian. I don't think he's funny, or this one don't think he's funny, or he thinks he's very hilarious. It is really up to the person who's viewing or listening to the comedian, or you watching a comedy movie. You have something like, for instance, one of my classics that was hilarious to me was The Hangover. But you have people who find certain parts in that offensive, and it's really kind of hard to kind of, because you can't please everyone. I mean, it is what it is. So what are you going to do? Stop doing comedy? Is comedy just going to be outlawed, banned, because certain groups may not find something funny in it? Comedy is always made light of people, things. I mean, you have races. I mean, it's a lot that has always been made fun of. And sometimes, yes, you do have some comedies, some comedians, some people may go a little too far. Yes, it happens. It does. So I'm not going to say it doesn't happen and doesn't go too far, but sometimes I think it's a little bit of people are starting to overreact a little bit too much and too quickly nowadays. So just want to get in and touch base on, I mean, what is even funny anymore? Nowadays, it's just becoming incredibly harder and harder and harder to be able to just to have a good laugh without it having worried about, oh my God, is this person going to be offended? This person or that person going to be offended? I guess the best thing you can do nowadays is kind of just know who you're around and know what you're watching. But sometimes you really don't know. You put something on and you're laughing, you see someone not laughing. I mean, I guess you can, but just let me put it this way. I'll say the best thing to do now is probably just talk about it. If it's something that you find offensive, just talk about it. Everyone is adults. People are not going to see the things the same. How about just having a conversation? Like, I didn't like this because of this. Because the other person next to you may have saw it in a different light. Like, the only way we can get past all of this bickering and fighting, like, is to kind of begin to start learning how to talk. I mean, just talk things out. You may not agree in the end. You may agree to just disagree. But I don't see nothing wrong with that. Some people grew up in different environments. Some people have a certain mental toughness where certain things just don't bother them. Some people are really extra sensitive, but we have to be able to accommodate, or I don't want to say accommodate, you have to be able to have the conversation with anyone, at least find out why they feel a certain way, and then have some empathy for each side. It can't just be, oh, I found it offensive, and now I think you are, and I don't want to talk. You're no different than the side where the joke came from. You have to learn to start speaking it out like adults. without raising your voice, without turning it into a shouting match, without turning it into an insult match. We can have the conversation without it turning into anything unnecessary. So that's my jewel I'm gonna leave you with today. Hope you guys continue to tune in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and get on board. And if you have any comments, questions, feel free to shoot them my way. And again, once again, thank you for tuning in. Weapon H, All in One Podcast. See you guys soon.